The third photo from my December 12th Silver Memorial Bridge inspection had 17 glowing red pixels. No red should have been there. Right above the cracked truss I had missed that morning.
I'd zoomed in to check the lower cord rust, but the red wasn't rust. It was 2 3-inch apart points, like eyes. Let me back up. I'm Rebecca. I inspect aging bridges for the WVDA. I shut down the 2022 Canal River span 48 hours before it would have collapsed. That collapse left 12 in the hospital, Imam with a stroller. 2. I'd signed off on that bridge 2 weeks prior, missed a pier hairline crack. Now I don't miss things. Not anymore. December in the Ohio Valley means fog so thick you taste river mud, and freezing rain that turns steel into a slip-and-fall death trap. That day, I spent 3 hours clamped to the Silver Memorial's undercarriage. My harness cut my shoulders while my intern Jake held the drone feed. I told him to watch the trusses, any rust, any off-weld. He rolled his eyes. You're worse than my grandma. She checks the smoke alarm twice a night. I'm a perfectionist, not the color code pins type. I recheck every photo twice, cross-reference measurements, replay footage at night. That night, I zoomed in on every Silver Memorial photo rust spot, weld. Frame 147 stopped me. The red pixels were back. I ran a glitch check. No dead pixels. No headlamp reflection. Jake laughed. You're seeing Mothman, Point Pleasant's ghost story. My grandma saw it in '67 before the Silver Bridge collapsed. I rolled my eyes. Mothman's folklore. Glitches are real.
Then the phone rang at 11:19 p.m. No caller ID. A deep, static white voice said, Silver Memorial's truss fails at 3:17 p.m. on the 15th. Fix it when they die.
I hung up. Checked truss photos again. There was a 2-inch crack in the upper cord, hidden by rust. I missed it. Jake missed it, but the voice didn't. We shut down Silver Memorial at 10 a.m. the next day. The crack was worse. 40% steel eaten by corrosion. My boss called me a hero, but I didn't feel like one. I felt watched. 3 days later, we were on the Henderson Bridge, an old steel span outside Mason. I was halfway up the main support when Jake yelled, Bex, look at this. He held up his tablet. The drone feed showed a huge, winged shadow above the span. I grabbed my camera and snapped a photo.
When I zoomed in, my throat went dry. The creature had a humanoid shape. Its wings were leathery, like a bat stretched too thin, body covered in wet fur, and its eyes, glowing red, slitted like a cat's, were fixed on me.
Jake said, that's not a bird. His laugh was shaky. That's something else.
That night, the call came again. It said, Henderson's suspension cable has a fray at 22 feet. Find it at 10:02 a.m.
I was at the bridge at 9:30. Jake held the ladder while I climbed. At 22 feet, I ran my finger along the cable, frayed wires, exactly where the voice said. I didn't tell Jake about the call. He was eyeing my coffee like I'd spiked it with anxiety meds. Next was the Uniontown Bridge. Jake called in sick, said stomach bug, but his voice was tight. I went alone. The fog was so thick I could barely see my gloved hands. I set up the camera and started climbing.
First photo, creature. Second, creature. Third, creature. Closer. Its wings were folded, but I saw their span, at least 10 feet. I heard leather against steel. I looked up. It was perched on the truss above me, red eyes glowing. I froze. My heart pounded so hard I heard it over the river. Palms sweating through gloves, breath short.
I waited for it to pounce, scratch me, fly at my throat, but it didn't. It just stared. Then it spread its wings and flew away, a black shape cutting through the fog. 10 minutes later, I found claw marks, deep gashes in the support beam, like a bear swiped it. But bears don't climb 80-foot bridges or have glowing eyes. I called the police. The officer was a kid in his 20s with acne. He's shown his flashlight. Looks like a crowbar. Kids love messing with bridges. I said, kids don't leave glowing eyes in my photos. He raised an eyebrow. I've seen a guy ride a goat down Main Street. You're stressed. Go home. Sleep. My boss offered a vacation. You've worked 80 hours a week. Take a week. Go to the beach. Forget bridges. I said no, I couldn't. The canal collapse taught me forgetting kills people.
The Point Pleasant Bridge was the last one. I got a call at 5 a.m. It said, Point Pleasant's main span collapses at 2:49 p.m. tomorrow. The creature won't save you this time.
I was there at dawn. The fog was thin, just a pale mist. I climbed the main span.
The creature was waiting, stood on the highest truss, wings outstretched. I could see its face now. No mouth, no nose, just those red eyes.
I didn't run or scream. I pulled out my wrench and checked the pins. 12th pin, corroded, loose, I tightened it. 15th pin, worse, metal soft under my wrench. I kept going, hands shaking so bad I dropped the wrench once. It clattered down the bridge, lost in fog. I grabbed it, pulled up. Finish the pin. Finish the pin. I heard a loud creak. The span shifted. I looked up. The creature was gone. I finished the pin. Called my team. They fixed it. The bridge held. At 2:49 p.m., I stood on the roadway and watched a cargo van drive over it. The span didn't move. Didn't creak. I downed a can of Red Bull and cried. I quit the dot a month later. Started my own firm, small, focused on high-risk bridges. Jake came with me. He doesn't laugh about Mothman anymore. I still carry a photo of the creature in my wallet, frame 147 from the Silver Memorial. The red eyes are still there. I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter. It's not stalking me. It's warning me. Last week, I was inspecting a bridge outside Charleston. The fog rolled in. I looked up. Red eyes. It smiled. Grabbed my camera. Started checking the pins. I don't miss things anymore. And the creature doesn't let me.
Sometimes, at night, I hear a whisper in the dark. A voice, static white, next bridge.
I roll over and check my notes. I know what to do. I always know what to do. Now, I drive past the Point Pleasant Bridge every Sunday. There's a plaque there for the Silver Bridge collapse. For the 46 people who died. I stop and sit on the hood of my truck. I look at the river. I think about the creature. I wonder if it's watching too. If it knows I'm still here. If it knows I'm still fighting. I don't believe in ghosts. Not really. But I do believe in warnings. And I do believe in things you can't explain. I believe that sometimes, the monsters are the ones who keep you alive.
Last night, I saw it again. In the mirror of my bathroom. Red eyes, glowing. I stared back. It didn't move. I turned on the light. It was gone.
But I knew it would be back. And when it did, I'll be ready. Because I owe it. To the mom with the stroller. To the teen on the bike. To the people who drive over bridges and never think about the steel holding them up. I owe it to keep going. To keep checking the pins. To keep listening to the warnings. Even when they come from places you don't want to believe. I got an inspection tomorrow. A bridge outside Huntington. Fog is forecast. I'll be there at dawn. I'll bring my camera. I'll check every pin. I'll wait for the creature. And when it sees me, it'll know. I'm still here. I'm still fighting. And I won't miss a thing.